Brian Bealer's rounded them up. It's going to be September 21st for sale, 1949 through 1950 Oldsmobile Rocket 88. So this search request comes from a subscriber, and like this subscriber, if there's a search for a classic car you'd like to find, it's free and easy to do. You just subscribe to the channel below and drop in the comment section below the make and model you'd like to find, and we'll round them up for you. This is always my pick of the day, so this is the one I would go check out if I was going to buy one of these cars. And let's get started. It's going to be lowest to highest. It's going to be Facebook, Marketplace, and Craigslist. So that's the two platforms we're on, and you heard it right. It's lowest to highest. So I've put them in price order and hopefully deleted all the duplicate ads. And let's get started with the first one. So if you want to find this car, go to North Carolina, punch in 1949 Oldsmobile Rocket 88. It'll pop up. Posted 3 days ago for $2,000. I got to tell you, this was almost the pick of the day right here. For $2,000. You heard it right. It says I have a 49 Oldsmobile Rocket 88. He's the third owner of the vehicle. Doesn't mention a title in there, I don't see anywhere, but that would be the big thing. For $2,000, does it have a title? North Carolina. And I'm digging that. It's 4-door though. So my pick of the day was a 2-door, but I love the visor. That is awesome. What a cool car right here for $2,000. So again, if this is what you're looking for, you can't get there fast enough, man. Check out that air cleaner. I'm digging it. This is a cool car. This is a cool request. So thanks for the subscriber that requested looking some of these up. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been on here looking at these. It looks like there's two of them. So there's a 4-door and a 2-door there. You know, check it out. You want to read it out right there. It is. That's the first one we found. And what a great way to start a search at $2,000. On to another one. It's going to be 1950 Oldsmobile. He's got this listed in Indiana. And again, $2,000. Listed 4 weeks ago. Clean title says on this one. Says listing for his brother. 1950 Olds 88 4-door. Got the 303 cubic inch power glide automatic transmission. Needs a lot of work. Motor turns. Asking $2,000. Must pick up in Indiana. I don't like those 80s wheels. I hate aluminum 80s wheels on classic cars, but I guess that's just me. He's got a lot of great photos right there to look at. And again, I'm digging the price. Clean title. Yep, $2,000. On to another one. We're going to go as high as $50,000 on this search, which is kind of absurd seeing the ones we're already seeing for $3,000. 1949. It says Oldsmobile Cutlass. That's how you'd want to punch it in. Georgia area. Posted 10 weeks ago. 49 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Coupe with the 324 Rocket Hydro Glide transmission. Have a ton of extra body parts. Almost 2 of everything. Includes bumpers. Pretty solid car. $3,000 or best offer. Only one picture. On to another one. It's going to be a 1949 Oldsmobile 88 4-door. It's got the Futuramatic engine 303.50 Rocket. That's how he's got it posted up there. That's how you'd want to punch it in. California area, 5 weeks ago, $3,000. Said they've already cut the jams in a burgundy color. Check out the carburetor. Gotta love that. Had some damage on the quarter panel there. This car don't look that bad until we got to that picture right there. So that's going to be underneath the back seat area, I believe. Foot area for the back seat. So it's got some rotted floors in it. Check him out if that's what you're looking for. Absolutely no description on that car. On to another one. It's going to be on the Craigslist. It's going to be Portland, Oregon here. 50 Olds 2-door sedan. That's how you'd punch it in. $4,500. Just went on 8 days ago. And he's got more than one picture here. Love the chrome bumper, man. That thing looks mint. The bumpers look beautiful. Like the aluminum slots on it too. And I'm liking the price. $4,500 for this one. A lot of good photos. Yeah, you got to dig the aluminum slot wheels. I'm digging that. 8 days ago on this one. Rare fine Rocket 88, original and complete. Never taken apart. It's not all over missing. It's not all over missing. Only air cleaner. Yeah, that's a big piece to be missing. It says ask for Brian. It does say clean title. And it sucks that it's missing that air cleaner. On to another one. Probably pay a couple $100 for that air cleaner, I bet. 1950 Oldsmobile 88 other. That's how he's got this one posted. Again, it's going to be on Facebook Marketplace. $4,800. 17 weeks ago in Minnesota. It's got his Hudson Hornet racing wheels on there. Made that look like Doc, right? With the blue and the red wheels. Yeah. 1950 Olds. Interior is very nice and clean, even though I didn't show you no pictures of it. Inside stored, new tires, lots of new miscellaneous parts. 303 V8 runs currently. Does not drive. Needs some transmission running work. Call Nick for further details. $4,800 best offer. So I don't know how you could pay over $5,000 for a 4-door after seeing that one right there and saying it's got mint interior. Yep, check him out. On to another one. Gotta love the prices so far. I mean, this guy even looks like he collects cars, and he's got this one listed for $5,000. 1950 Olds Toronado Coupe 2-door. That's how he's got it listed. And it's going to be in PA. It's a 50 Olds 88. Considered to be one of the first muscle cars. Was stored in the garage since the late 60s. 99% complete. Disassembled to start restoration. Rocket 88 engine. Minimal rust. Extra parts. Trades considered. If the ad's up, it's still available. This dude knows how to sell a car, man. And you can tell he's got a bunch of cars in this garage. So they do have it ripped apart. He mentioned that for restoration. And I'm digging it. For $5,000, you can't get over there fast enough to buy that one. It's been on here for 6 weeks. That's incredible. For what some of these guys are asking for some of these cars, that's a steal. On to another one. 1950 Olds 88 here. $5,500 listed 19 weeks ago in California. Everything's original. Matching numbers. And he has the title since it was brand new. That's all it says for description. Got some surface rust on it. Looks like it was a baby blue. I know that 75 Impala we seen last night. And that was a cool car. I like that color. That powder blue. Sky blue. It's always a cool color for a car. I'm digging that one. Again, the price is only $5,500. On to another one. There you go. Talking about the powder blue, baby blue one. 1950 Oldsmobile Toronado. A lot of guys are putting that wrong description in there because they don't know how to go to make and model at the bottom. You can choose your own, and you can type in whatever you want this to say. So that's why some of them will see you'll be correct, and a lot of the guys that don't know how to change the model when they're listing the car, they just pick whatever they want to pick. And it's like Toronado is what most of them are picking on to choose to be the car that people are looking up. They'll find their 1950 Olds Rocket 88. So it's a $5,600. Listed a week ago in Wisconsin. Clean title. 50 Olds Coupe project. 99% complete. Car. $5,600 firm. Rocket 88 Club Coupe. Not a Toronado. Put that only for the listing purposes because Rocket was not an option. And he's correct. It's not an option. You have to go to the bottom of the list where it says model. At the bottom it says other. Or choose your own and click that, and you can type in whatever you want it to say and your title. So that's why a lot of guys screw up and don't get the convertible in there, and they don't take off the 2-door when it's a 4-door, or they'll take off the 4-door when it's a 2-door. And you can tell that those guys aren't guys that sell cars a lot. So this looks like a good deal. He's only got 3 photos of it, but I'm digging it. For the price, $5,600. Again, I said we'd go up to $50,000 on these cars. On to another one. This is going to be back to Craigslist. And it's going to be a 1950 Olds 98. So somehow we got a 98 in here. We're going to show it anyway. It's in California. It's got a different back end on it. So my bad, we included one of the wrong cars, but that is still a cool 1950 Oldsmobile. 2-door. Very rare car for the period. Check him out. It's got a clean title in it. Manual transmission, it says too. On to another one. This guy here had a really good picture for his banner shot. This is what he had. So 1950 Olds 88, Florida, listed 15 weeks ago. And man, if it looked like that, you almost know it's a scam, right? So here's what it really looks like. $7,500. Looks like it's been bead blasted. I'd have to say that's primer on there, otherwise it'd be surface rusted up already. Does have the engine and trans, but man, it's all tore apart, and we've seen better deals already. On to another one. It's gonna be a 1950 Oldsmobile for $9,000, listed 6 days ago in Georgia. So Georgia, we're gonna have the problem with the bill of sale, no title. It does say clean title. So it's got some nice keystones on it. The paint don't look bad either. You can definitely take it to get groceries. I mean, he done proved that. What a nice looking car. $9,000. I'm digging it. Some of them photos, it really look nice. The sunset and whatnot. So, nice photos. Didn't show under the hood. Like to see the engine in that one. 50 Oldsmobile 98 again. So, the 303 Rocket V8. I didn't notice the back was all slipped up. He didn't even show the back of the car because the trunk was open. So I didn't even catch that was a 98. So it was another one of the wrong cars. On to another one. I don't know how many 98s we might have on here. My bad. I'm not an expert at these Oldsmobile 88s. Never owned one of these. So it's not often I can get on here and say in an episode there's something I have not owned. But I have not owned a 1949 or a 50 Olds. So 1950 Oldsmobile 88 sedan 4-door. 12,000, 24 weeks ago. It's been on here for a long time. It's been sitting out in the snow apparently. I thought it was black at first, and that picture right there, it looks like it's a burgundy. Not a bad looking car. Got it done up as a police car. You got to dig that. Some really great photos of it, and it looks like a great car. $12,000 for that. 24 weeks he hasn't been able to sell that. But again, he's in Colorado. On to another one. It's going to be a 1950 Olds 88 Rocket Coupe. $15,000. It's going to be in South Dakota. It's got it stuffed up in a storage facility. I don't know. I'd have pulled it out, took it and washed it, and took pictures while it was wet like everybody else does. But there's the pictures of it. You can see it don't have the original air cleaner anymore, or the original intake, or valve covers, or plug wires. On to another one. That was $15,000 for that. You can see we're jumping up in prices pretty quick. 1950 Oldsmobile Rocket 88, $16,500 for this one. Listed 2 weeks ago in New York. I do dig the visors on these. I like the Kragers. Got some nice interior. I don't know. I kind of like that original engine more. I'm not sure what kind of engine they had right there. Rare Survivor. It's got a Chevrolet 350, so I'd pass. On to another one. I'd want the Rocket 88 engine. That's just me. So, on to another one. This one's going to be in Hickory. Not sure what state. We'll scroll out and see. And it's going to be in North Carolina. It's like a nice car. It's got the visor on it. So it's got some pretty decent paint too. Got the original engine in this one. This is a beautiful car. So for $18,000, absolutely beautiful 2-door. So I don't know how you'd want to pay more than that. Now, why would you want to go spend more than $18,000 on one if you could buy a mint one for $18,000? 19 days ago. He updated the ad 4 days ago, so this will be on here for like another 26 days or so. So check him out. If you're looking to buy one, turnkey. There's one. On to another one. Let me back out the Craigslist. San Diego, 1980. Oldsmobile Rocket 88. $19,000 for this one. Yep, $19,000, and it's a 4-door. Check out the stick shift. I love it. $19,000. No, I don't love it that much. We've seen some really nice ones already. To pay $19,000 for one, I don't know. Maybe if it's your area, San Diego, maybe that's a California price. It's got a nice printout on it. It was updated 2 weeks ago, so it'll be on here about another 2 weeks. On to another one. It's the 1950 Oldsmobile. Well, it's $22,900 we're up to. So listed 4 weeks ago, and this car looks great. I don't want to give $22,900 for one. No, not so much. But it does look beautiful. And again, it's seeing one this nice. I don't see how you'd want to pay more than $22,900 for one. On to another one. It's a 1950 Olds 88 for $25,000 24 weeks ago. So he's had it on here for 24 weeks. It's one thing I don't like about Facebook Marketplace, man. They shouldn't let cars stay on there that long. I get it, nobody's bought it and it's still for sale, but man, I mean, and if he has sold it, then shame on him for not deleting the ad. Maybe it'll say in here, if you see the ad, it's still available. But no, it doesn't. But it's got his phone number on it. So, I mean, you could actually call him if you just want to spend $25,000 for one. And I don't know, the silver paint don't even look that good. And I'm seeing waves all over. And, I mean, it has to really be bad to see that in photos. So, I don't know if I'd even want to see it in person. But that, again, could be why we're still seeing this car posted for sale. I don't like the seats, the console, the engine. I don't like any of it. That's the seller right there. On to another one. It's going to be in San Francisco Bay Area. 1949 Olds Rocket 88. He wants $28,500. Listed 5 days ago. So it does look like it's slammed down to the ground. This is also not an 88. This is a 98. Tell by the back end of it. So I don't know. 1949 Oldsmobile 88 with original 43,000 miles. That's what he's saying. Does say clean title. Check out the original air cleaner on it. You gotta dig it. It does have air ride on there. I don't know. I don't think that was an 88 though. I think that's a 98. I could be wrong. Not always right. On to another one. 1950 Olds Futuramatic 88. $30,000 for this one in Texas. Posted 5 days ago. And I truly hate this one. I mean, it's a beautiful looking car, but I can't stand the air cleaner on it. And because the air cleaner, you just could not give me this car. That's how much I'm getting to hate those air cleaners, man. I really am. I don't understand how someone with a $30,000 car wants to run a $25 air cleaner. That, you know, I'm surprised there hasn't been enough lawsuits to where they've had to stop making it. From just ruining people's carburetors. And you know how many hoods have had to be repainted because that son of a bitch caught on fire and all that foam went up in with the gas and just burnt the paint right off your hood while the hood was down. So I don't know, I don't get it. And we see a bunch of them. It's like every other episode we see a couple of them. Don't ever run one of those on your car. I mean, go buy a round one. Is better than this shit right here. On to another one. We're not even going to talk about that car anymore. 1949 Oldsmobile Futuramatic 88 $33,995. Listed 7 weeks ago in California. So it does look like some really nice buffed out paint. It's even got a louvered hood like my pick of the day does. Not that I like a louvered hood. Unless you're keeping the car inside all the time, you don't want to do that to your hood. And there's a beautiful air cleaner. You want to run an aftermarket triangular air cleaner? Well, then buy this one from Edelbrock. I mean, why did Edelbrock even make that other junk? Just to sell something to the cheaper guys, the guys who can't afford this one? I guess, man. And the last guy wanted $30,000 for that car, and that's the air cleaner he had. So hats off to this guy for stepping up and paying, I don't know, $125 for that one, which I think is overpriced. On to another one. Edelbrock is what it is. Been around a long time. And even this Edelbrock air cleaner here is just like the one on my son's car that his grandfather gave him. I can dig this and appreciate an air cleaner like this. But those other ones, I know you guys watch all the time. You're probably tired of hearing me say it, but I'm tired of seeing them. It's such a horrible piece of shit, but this is a nice car. It's had some interior done to it. I don't like the way they painted everything inside the engine compartment. So it looks like they just took the paint gun and went off. So the brake booster, the master cylinder, the firewall, they just shot everything. And it's like some kind of, I don't know, light purple, the black top. Do dig the skirts. On to another one. We're seeing some really high price cars here. Like I said, the beginning of this episode started off really good. To where I don't know how these guys are selling these cars for these kind of prices, but you can ask anything you want for a car. So I could put my car on here for $150,000 too. It doesn't mean somebody's going to buy it. 1949 Oldsmobile 88 wants $37,000 10 weeks ago, Massachusetts. And this is a nice looking car, man. I'm liking the black, the visor, even the dog. I don't like the seats. There's your phone number to call them on it. But I don't think that phone number's not ringing off the hook. 10 weeks ago, and it's going to be on here for a while. $37,000. On to another one. They're only going to get higher, but This one here, I mean, I can kind of justify this. This should have been the pick of the day, but the $45,000, man. Orange County, 1949 Oldsmobile 88 Woody Wagon. And I got to tell you, compared to some of the Z28s we looked at, you couldn't even buy a Z28 for $44,500. So this isn't a bad price, because this thing, unlike those Z28s, you pull in at the car show, there's not going to be 3 other ones there that are cloned like this one. So I appreciate that. That's still a hell of a lot of money. So I get it. If your grandfather had one or your dad had one, a beautiful air cleaner on this one. Beautiful car. This is a beautiful car for $44,995. I'm loving it. So that's me. It is a high price. I get it, but some things are rare. And this one here, you're not going to see a ton of them. Posted 5 days ago, Orange County, California. Check it out. If a 49 Olds 88 Woody Wagon is what you were looking for, we found one. On to another one. These last 2 cars are going to be at the limit. $50,000. 1949 Oldsmobile 88. 11 weeks ago, PA. Yeah, it does look beautiful. I just don't see it being $50,000. It could be original 5 miles, which we knew that wasn't going to be the case. It don't even have the original carburetors, right? It was a beautiful restoration. He's asking about half the restoration cost. Man, I'm sorry. I mean, he spent $100,000 on this car, but you know, he put air conditioning on there, put trip carburetors on it. It does look absolutely beautiful, but you'll never get that money back, man. You're not even going to get half of it back. I don't see somebody paying $50,000 for that. I just don't. On to another one, which this one here is, I mean, just as bad. 1950 Olds Rocket 88, $50,000 4 days ago, California. And I mean, the wheels, I wouldn't even go look at the car because of the wheels. Is it just me? Am I the only one that like just can't stand 80s wheels on classic cars? You tell me. Those look horrible. I do love the blue paint. I hate the one picture. So on to my pick of the day. And I mean, I was really rough on those last 8 or 9 cars there with their prices, but this is going to be why, because the pick of the day is why I was just so rough on all those guys wanting that kind of money. Because check out this one. 1950 Oldsmobile Delta 88 2-door. That's how he's got it posted. Listed 6 days ago in Texas. And this car, $2,500. So you're not going to be able to get your trailer loaded up and fast enough out to this guy's house and snag this up. This is the buy of the day when it comes to the 50 and 49 Oldsmobiles. I love it. And for that price, man, everybody that wants one should be on their way over there with their trailer right here, kicked out and ready to load this thing up, because $2,500, you're stealing it. I'm digging the wheels, the original steering wheel. I could even live with the louvered hood. So, it's my opinion, and that's my pick. So, there it is. If you want to read it out. I know I'm behind a bunch of searches. I was going to try to do a bunch of Oldsmobiles here tonight, but it turns out I'm going to be going to the old Cleveland Browns Steelers game tomorrow night. So, I'm going to call it a wrap tonight with just this one search. We do have a bunch of requests written down, and we're going to get back on them. Probably not tomorrow night, probably be Friday night. We'll be back with maybe 3 or 4 searches. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, I don't get any commissions. I didn't make the prices. I don't get commissions from any of them that sell, nor do I charge you guys a finder's fee. The only thing I ask is hit the thumbs up. If you appreciate the channel, share it with your friends. Peace out.